Hey, Miss Schooling here, and today I want to talk to you about not a specific book, but a kind of book, and that is novels in verse. And I really love novels in verse. I know a lot of people hear verse and they think, ooh, poetry, sonnets, Shakespeare, it sounds like drudgery, but actually, the ones that I've read, they're quick reading. I learn a lot in a short amount of space, and I've really enjoyed them. So I want to show you some samples. So this is Voices by David Eliot, and it's about Joan of Arc. And this book has a lot of examples of shape poems. So for instance, this poem, and I realize this is backwards and I apologize, but this poem is called The Needle. So you can see here the eye of a needle with the created by the words of the poem. And it really has a lot of impact when you're reading it, and you remember, you remember as you're reading this page what the purpose of this poem is. Here's one called The Tower, obviously in the shape of a tower. And there are others, Joan of Arc was burned at the stake, so there are poems that are in the shape of flames. But I learned a whole lot about Joan of Arc in a short amount of time, and really, you could read this kind of book in one sitting if you felt like it, but really it would just take most readers a couple of days. Loved this book. And then another example is The Crossover by Kwame Alexander. Love this book, and all the students that I've read it with love it. I don't want to say it's a guy book, but my guy students have really liked this book. The main character and his brother are basketball players, and so there are a lot of basketball references. But what's cool about this book is that a lot of the poems show motion in a way. I don't know if you can tell, but for instance, this says hook and breaking and shook, and here's another page with fall. And so just the shape and arrangement of the words kind of creates meaning in the poem. Great book, Kwame Alexander. If you like basketball, if you're looking for a girlfriend, it's all in here. Great book. And then the third book, and I've only just started it, so I can't tell you much about it other than I know this is a great book, definitely high school level. But the main character is on trial, and apparently for beating up another boy. And I haven't read it, I haven't gotten very far, but I just wanted to show you an example of what the inside of the book looks like. And so even though this is a big old fat book, you can get through this book pretty quickly. I just read for maybe a few minutes and I'm already on page 28. So novels in verse, consider them. You can get through a lot of content really quickly. You can get deep meaning. You can get meaning from the shapes of the poems, from the arrangement of the poems. So, and you get it quickly. So consider reading a novel in verse. There are a lot of great ones out here. I just happened to pick three that I'm very interested in, and I'd love to hear what you think. If you read a novel in verse, let me know. All right. Have a great day.